Welcome to an Age of Empires forecasted game. We got, in the color teal, playing as the Byzantines, it's Blade 55555. And in the coral blue, playing as the Japanese, it's Avely. How are you doing, everybody? We got two great players facing each other with unknown civilizations. So far, nobody knows exactly what is the way to play the civilizations, and the reality is there really not much. There is no straight answer to this. Basically, you can play it like however you want. There are so many different play styles. They are very versatile. So you can just choose like whatever you want. Look at this wind. Is this new? I don't think I've seen this wind effect before. I don't think I've seen it. And if there is a civilization who should have this wind effect, it's gonna be the Mongol. So I'm gonna try to see if the Mongol also has this wind effect. Of course, with new expansion also came better graphics. So the water looking pretty cool, actually. Very cool, very nice. Nice reflections, nice colors. Very cool to see. Now we will see these players. We see the first unit in the game is gonna be the samurai. Remember, the samurai is like the man-at-arms for the Japanese. And why is it so interesting to see the samurai going to harass the enemy at this stage? Like, it looks like he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss here the dog. It's a shame. Why is it so interesting? It's because the Japanese have special upgrades. One thing is, first, you got the banner mark. You can get it. You can get a banner mark, banner man, if you. Whoa, look at that sheep. Okay. So you can get it, and also you can get unique upgrades from the blacksmith, which also acts as a gold mine. So you can get increased melee damage of all non-siege units by +1. So in a way, it kind of forces you to, to go. It doesn't force you, but it suggests that you can go to feudal age and have some aggression. Unfortunately, there's no place to harass here in the wood line, but the gold, it's a little bit exposed. You need to be careful. It's in range of the TC. Remember, the samurai, there you see it, it blocks the first attack, and with that, he didn't take any damage. Now, the samurai, it's a little bit different from the spearman because it actually has heavy armor here. You see? It's actually quite good. Does 8 damage and has 3 armor against range, 2 against melee. You see? It goes into the TC, managed to get some shots, but the first one, it deflects. A nice early harassment coming from the Japanese here. Now we're gonna see the Koka Township basically can produce shinobi. It's like the spice for the Japanese. Japanese has a very special landmarks. One that can produce farms automatically, and the other one that can produce shinobi. Shinobis can be really fun to play, but if you don't get value out of them, it can be really risky. Like, you really need to bother your opponent. If you're going for the shinobis, you gotta have to bother your opponent. Let's see if there are some interesting plays here. And looks like it's gonna build his first cistern. Remember, these cisterns give a bonus for around the buildings. Like, it will give different bonus, like, for example, improved gathering rate for all the villagers depending on the network level. It also has a bunch of things. It's gonna be a little bit annoying here in the dock. Looks like the samurai will find a new place to bother. Let's just bother here. That's his thing. Now Asia for the Japanese, and we see the first shinobi joining the field because it's free. One more to come. See, Byzantines aging up with the Imperial Hippodrome. Access stable. Contains the Trump ability that can be activated with supply points to increase cavalry melee damage, move speed, and health regeneration. Comes with 30 supply points and generates one every 30 seconds. Earn more points by killing enemy units. But basically, it's like the better stable, you know? Well, of course, there's more to that, but... very interesting landmark. I see more cavalry coming from the Byzantines. Looks like the dog won't be able to do much. The shinobi has a special ability. They can sabotage buildings. And if they manage to sabotage this, he won't be able to use the dog. Let's see if he uses that ability. No sabotage yet. So far, everything's being focused on the dog here. I'm gonna deny those water resources. Meanwhile, Japanese also going for the dog. Remember, Japanese have cheaper ships, fishing ships. I believe they cost like 40 something. So they're quite good. They're quite good. Now, the building got sabotaged. See, production is disabled, but while sabotage, which is pretty cool. You cannot really produce any unit, you see? This ship was supposed to go out, but it got sabotaged. And with that, looks like this dog gonna go down for sure. It's gonna go down, but now the horseman will join the party here. But it looks like he will need to retreat. There are too many units. You have the Onabugation, which is like a light infantry unit. Fast attack, fast move speed, long weapon range. Basically low armor, high DPS. I don't think it counters the horseman directly. Nice, very nice voice line. We see the dogs coming for the Japanese. 45 wood here for creating one ship, which is pretty good. Now let's see the Byzantines base. What he's up to. So far, getting this upgrade. Expilatories. Horseman damage versus workers increase +2. It looks like he cancelled. Is it just me or he cancelled? Archer's gonna deal with this early harassment here. Not that early, we're already 8 minutes into the game. Onabugation gonna camp this area just in case he decides to open a new dock. A lot of aggression coming from the Japanese player. Now, we don't see the shinobi in action yet. We've seen some sabotage buildings, but so far he haven't really disguised himself as the villager. Now, some raid is gonna happen. One villager kill. Actually, first villager kill goes for the Byzantines. Now, shinobi gonna be able to get some kill here. Remember, these guys are really strong. It's 20 damage. They're quite strong, quite strong unit. But they're quite weak. They have 80 health, just like this one. Shinobi's gonna have to retreat. These guys they're like scouts. They have a huge vision, actually. Looks like more villagers gonna go down. Managed to get him alive. Now Spearman will join the party. I mean, this had a little bit of everything. Spearman, Samurai, Onabugation. Now this kind of reminds me of the... It kind of reminds me of the Palace Guard mechanic. The difference is that the Palace Guard is a heavy armored unit. Just not as heavy as the Man-at-Arms. But they're quite similar concept. Where you have faster units, melee, fast units. Which is always nice. These guys look at each other, decide not to actually engage. Actually, Byzantines doing quite a lot with just a few horsemen, managed to bother a lot the Japanese player. Wall's gonna come for both sides, so it's gonna be harder to come into his base. Remember, the Japanese don't have keeps. What they do is they upgrade their town centers. So as you upgrade your town center, you increase the production cap for the battle mart, and also you get a free villager. But the important thing is it becomes stronger, and also your gathering speed around the farms that are nearby the town center gets buffed too. So it's very important to upgrade the town center, both economically and for defense strategies. Here you can think about when to upgrade your town center. It's gonna be a huge deal when the Japanese. The Byzantines only sitting in one cistern, not two connections so far. Looks like he's gonna go for a fast castle. Let's see which landmark he will go. Japanese gonna get harassed here in the water. Blade doing a good job with just a handful of units, trying to force his opponent to build more military. And now we see a cistern of the first hill. Acts as a cistern, unlocks the Pilgrim Flask ability of non-siege military units, which can be activated to increase health generation by 25% for 10 seconds. So basically, I believe the infantry units will be able to heal themselves. That's what I understand. That's what I can get from this. Japan is nowhere near to age up. Now, this is very interesting. Japanese is building walls here. Technically, now the wall system has been replaced by a better one. But how can you not prevent this building from blocking the path? You know, as far as the game goes. Oh no, you don't want to age up while you're getting visited. Just in time, he managed to age up. And with that, Castle Age goes for the Byzantines. Gonna get those nice cataphract. Expensive cavalry unit is basically the knight. Trample deals area damage. Very interesting. See, actually, the samurai doing a pretty good job against the archers. Look how much damage he's blocking. The archers don't do anything against this guy. Look at that, chat. Now you see the cataphract. See this ability: charge through enemy units in your path, dealing 10 damage to each one. A unit that has been loved by many these days. And we see the floating gate for it going for the Japanese. What it does, it gives you a Yorishiro. Yorishiro spawns around here, and you can place it anywhere in your buildings to increase the production speed or have different bonuses. So for example, if I were to put it here in this barracks, it will have the bonus for increasing the speed of production that you get from here. The problem is, if this building also gets destroyed, the Yorishiro dies with it. So you can put it in your town center, you can put it pretty much everywhere, I think, to boost the economy or have some bonuses. And this spawn forever, you know? You can put it in all your buildings if the times allows it. Castle Age goes for the Japanese. So far, no signs of other resources being contested. Still have plenty of gold here at the base. Blade doing a good job with the knights here. What was the name? Cataphract. Now the samurais are a pretty good unit. I find they're pretty damn good, actually. Pretty damn good. Now we see a unit that is very unique. This is the first crossbow that goes in with a horse. It's like cavalry with a... It's actually an archer, but it's good against heavy units. Bonus damage against heavy units. Like you see, +9 if it's a heavy unit, so it's pretty good. It's a pretty good unit. Harassment gonna go for the north side of the fishing ships. Looks like Avely gonna try to play with his new toy. Now, remember, these units don't have plus range attack, so they're doing much less damage than what they should. I still managed to get quite a decent damage to the cataphracts. Remember, this guy have 360 HP, that's a lot. Monks, really is gonna be captured. We see the third cistern for the Byzantines. Are these samurais, all of them? A little bit of everything. Samurais, spearmen. See, veterancy for the archers, so they should be doing quite better this time. Plus one rage attack. Very, very good, very good. Now we see the upgrade to veteran samurai coming soon. You don't want to engage in the fight yet. But remember, the samurais will block incoming damage. Remember, these are crossbowman veteran archers. Look at the look of these units. Really cool. No veterancy yet for the samurais. Should get it quite soon. There you go, veteran samurais. Now they do much more damage. Now the Onamusha doing, I guess, quite a decent job at kiting enemy units. You see more units. Siege Workshop Mangonel joining the field quite soon. Looks like this side of the water will be uncontested by the Byzantines. Are we seeing any farm transition yet? No farm transition so far. Japanese obviously have a farm. His farms around his base are pretty good. Second upgrade for the Daimyo Manor. Look at this. It will change. Now you will have much better economy. You know. And the last one gives 75% harvest rate for the farms around this. So it is quite a big deal to upgrade your town center as a Japanese. Remember, you don't have access to keeps, so it's very interesting. You go into town centers, you upgrade them. The cool thing about the Japanese is like they use like a lot of wooden structures in their base. They don't use much bricks, unlike Westerners. I read this about in a book many years ago. Is because they use a lot the bamboo tree, which is very flexible. So, oh my god, hate to see that a villager went down by a scout. So basically the bamboo tree is very flexible and it's very good against, against earthquakes, which happen a lot frequently in Japan. So it makes sense. But this wooden trees, I even feel the Mongol tower is more, it's heavier. The upgraded version. See walls coming in the middle. It should be pretty easy to wall this off. Not only because there is an upgrade in building the walls, also because it's very easy. It's really short amount of walls that you can need to build to have control over one half of the map. We see more units going for blade. Gonna be a mix of veteran archers, a mix of cataphracts, one crossbowman. It's like the kind of guy who wants to be different from others. As for the Japanese, we mostly have samurais, Onamusha. It's gonna take me a while to learn the game, the names. But the priests, that's a lot of priests. How many relics we're talking about? 4 relics already. 3 already in the house, 1 more to come here. Walls should be finishing pretty soon. Now, this unit may be a very good unit for actually harassing the enemy. Good at raiding, very good at raiding. And you see, 1 Springle, 1 Magonel. They don't do quite well against the archers. Remember, these units are archers too, so they take quite a huge damage from archers. They don't have much armor. Yeah, actually, yeah. Only 1 armor against range units, so it's not that good. 2 Springles coming from the Byzantines should be able to clean this out. Gotta play it well. First you need to... What do you kill first? Do you kill the Springles or do you kill the Magonel? Oh my god, the Magonel got wrecked there. You see the gold there? It's like... Oh my god. Now this is a considerable amount of units here. Japan is not doing quite good. Those mass of archers didn't get any damage from the Magonel. The Magonel was destroyed at the start of the battle, so looks like this battle is gonna be won by Blade. Orange goes down. Now the problem is the enemy is nearby your production buildings. Look how tanky these samurais are. This guy is truly the last samurai. When Magonel goes out, need to at least take 1 shot before vanishing. Managed to get not a quite decent shot, but you know, something you got. Now more barracks coming up for Avely. Meanwhile, farm transition sitting in 21 farms. Meanwhile, Byzantines sitting 16 olive grove. Remember, they will be able to farm olive oils with this, and with that they will be able to hire mercenaries. Do we have a mercenary? Where you got? We got 1 mercenary house. Mercenary house. Looks like it shows like the Middle East. A lot of camel riders, which we haven't seen in action yet. You need 500 for each one of them. So yeah, around 500. You can get camel riders, which is pretty damn cool. Archer's doing a really good job actually. Like a bunch of cataphracts and the archers are a great combo. Remember, this town center is not your typical town center. This is upgraded. Especially if you go to this one. This one will beat your ass. Remember, economy so far in favor of the Japanese. So he still has a chance. He still has a chance to recover. Magonel trying to survive here. Villager is doing the best they can to repair it and actually worked quite well. Looks like Blade will have to retreat. The wall didn't get complete. So now it will be a good time for Avely to finish this wall to prevent any kind of harassment. This Blade is just gonna regroup his army and you know, keep pushing. There's a lot of gold going for the Japanese here. Now keep in mind, these guys, while they're pretty good at what they're doing, they are conqueror level players. They're still learning the civilization, so it's not like they're shocked. It's not like they're also, maybe they're even reading while they play, like what things do they do. And we see here upgrade to veteran Onabugeisha. +1 melee armor. Going out for the Japanese. Olive oil. already in a pretty good spot. 26 so far. 26. No mercenary house yet. Interesting. Only one mercenary house. Meanwhile, Japan, we're talking about 13 barracks here. This is a huge number of barracks. Looks like we will see a lot of samurais. To see, oh no, Geisha gonna get sacrificed here. Numbers not looking good for Avely, but he's with 3 Mangonels, 2 Springles. Sorry, 4 Mangonels already. So he should be in a pretty good spot with 4 Mangonels, as long as he doesn't lose them. Look at this meal, I love the animation. More olive oil. To be able to get those mercenaries out. Gonna see the camels joining the field. Magnol shots here. Nice shot here. Managed to get a big amount of soldiers here. Now we're talking about 4 Mangonels and 2 Springles, so you really need a lot of Springles to deal with this, and that's what exactly this our Byzantine player is doing. He's building 2 Springles already, 1 more to come. Remember, the enemy also has Springles. Dealing with 4 Springles, he has the siege superiority here, so he should be able to push this through. As long as he doesn't sacrifice his Mangonels, he's in a very good spot. The army value, it's quite big with these units. Mangonels gonna get destroyed, and the Springles gonna get focused here. Only 1 Mangonel left. You gotta be careful with that. You don't want to lose your Mangonels. No siege in the field, only 1 Springle. It's like the Japanese will push here. More samurais coming into the field. It's getting quite a massacre here. Villagers idle, not working. It's a huge economic loss for Blade. It's like more units coming from the Japanese here. We're talking about 53 military units, and Byzantine stabs GG. Thank you so much for watching. This was Age of Empires 4. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like and subscribe to watch more Age of Empires 4 content. I'll see you in the next one.